back out at 2.
All right, so here we are. This is Sports Talk with Gary, except Gary's not here. So a special treat for everybody. Today is actually going to be Sports Talk with Cullen, because Cullen's here for the whole episode with us to talk Philadelphia sports, sports at large, everything we got going on in the Philadelphia area. Let's get into it. Brian, Brian's here.
Wait. Cullen and Brian. I'm never there. It takes two people to place Gary.
That's
what
right.
it says.
Absolutely.
That's how valuable Gary is. That's how valuable Wildcard is.
Can I tell you how much I miss talking to Gary? It's been like 2 weeks, and I'm like coming unhinged. Like I haven't got this guy. I haven't heard a to your point in a while, and it's bugging me.
No, I hear you. Well, I had to, in the spirit of talking about Gary, let's cover Gary's favorite topic, which is Eagles talk. To start with, the right tackle from Georgia, Cullen. I can't remember what that kid's name is.
Everything.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's like 6 something, like really tall, 300 something pounds.
So,
Huge.
yeah, so right tackle. He was originally slotted and rumored to be around where the Eagles picked is.
Yeah, I think a lot of mock drafts have him coming to us. So I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I love the pick. So
No, I agree. Apparently his combine, he had the best combine out of any lineman.
yeah, I saw it. He did great.
Yeah, now the talk is that he might go at 15, which is, look, I mean, this draft more than any other draft recently is stacked with tackles.
Yeah.
Like, it is stacked. So you could get an offensive lineman at 23, or possibly even trade back and get a lineman in at like 26. Typically that lineman would be going at 15 or 14, only because of depth at the position. But the more you look at it, the more you think like, okay, lineman's probably the way to go, you would think first round, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Unless an edge rusher, unless an insanely talented edge rusher falls into their laps.
It's not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
I don't think there's really any amazing edge rushers out of the top 15.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Right.
And I think that every mock draft that you see that has that Oregon tight end going to the Eagles, that guy's just had AI do that mock draft for him.
Yeah, since that combine, he went crazy. So his stock rose up. They have the Bucks picking him at 15.
Yeah,
a lot of the time. So
I mean, he's a valuable look. He's a freak, a tight end, but I think now, like with the Eagles, you don't necessarily need to pick for need, but drafting a tight end is more of a luxury in the first round, especially when you have so many picks. So I could imagine, I really could see them focusing on linemen in that first round.
yeah, if we take a tight end, I would really love to see us take. I think it's Eli Stowers in the second round. I think he went to like Vandy. He had a really good combine too. But I think first round we definitely take a tackle, because when Lane's gone, you're not going to throw Fred Johnson in for 17 games.
Right. And right now it's like, I feel like ultimately you would be getting the best of both worlds, because you're bringing this kid in. He's a swing tackle. I don't think you're getting 16 or 17 games out of Lane Johnson anymore, right? This was building his health. So you get this kid in, spot duty, get him out, get Lane in. He spends a year learning how to be a professional at Lane, right? Like and then you slide him in year 2 and kind of go from there. It's like, I feel like ultimately that might be the best situation for them, right?
Yeah, and then inevitably when both Mailata and Johnson are out for a game, you don't have to throw in like a Matt Pryor. You can have Fred Johnson one side and a rookie the other.
I don't know why you have to say gross things like that, Cullen. Like that's a cuss word in this house, Matt Pryor. We don't talk like that around here.
Did you see that guard from Iowa too?
The one with the really nice hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. We could pick him up. You would look great next to Dallas Goedert.
Nothing screams Green Bay Packers than that guy's mullet. Nothing. Nothing.
That guy would be, I mean,
he wouldn't have to wear that cheese hat.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going in the second or third round. But if you can get him, because he's a guard, right? He's not a tackle. He's gonna be a guard in the
Right.
NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he's got second and third round written all over him. I could see them potentially, if he's there in the third, them moving around to get him.
So like, so yeah,
I can see
now
that.
now your problem is, right? Let's say you go first and second round, offensive lineman. Not sexy, not fun. We would all be fine with it though, because it's something you need, right? You know you have to replace Lane Johnson now, right? Yes, he's back this year, but you have to have his guy waiting in the wings. And Tyler Steen's not good enough, so you need a guard as well. You need somebody. If Tyler Steen's just having a dog shit game, you need a guy to jump in there. But you find yourself having a little bit of a problem at a different position that I certainly wasn't expecting, but free agency has really gotten us down at the safety position, right? Reed Blankenship leaves
Yeah. We
when
just lost Sidney Brown today.
that's what I'm talking about. So that look, Sidney Brown wasn't lighting
Like,
the world on
it's
fire, but the guy was
I'm
depth at safety and
so
a special
happy.
teamer.
he was a he was a great special teamer.
I'm so happy he's gone.
Well, he was
I'm
a
so
penalty
happy he's gone.
machine. He was a
Yeah.
liability, but he was a
Yeah.
player at a position. You have Makuba coming off an injury, and then
Epps.
They
yeah,
re-signed Epps today,
did
right?
they?
To get
Okay, I didn't see
Makuba,
that.
Epps, and then you never know. I mean, ultimately, who knows what they do? I feel like safety, they can figure it out. You're a veteran signing and a draft pick away. Um, I honestly, looking at it, so I originally thought in that second round, if they looked at that wide receiver from Louisville, I'm like, you put that wide receiver in, you have him play what Dotson's spot was, and then maybe on the outside eventually a year from now if they move AJ Brown,
But
who
instead,
knows? Like,
instead, you ain't got Hollywood Brown. So I don't know.
right.
Is that?
Yeah.
I just came across a
Yeah.
video of the guy that doesn't. He doesn't want to play for Philadelphia. Like,
That was when I think that was in his draft year.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
What did he say? He didn't want to play
yeah,
for
he's
He
like, I don't
Philadelphia?
want
said
to play
something
for
about,
Philly.
like, Philly being toxic,
Yeah,
which, like, it is, but
but I guess
I
when he got
mean, just
drafted, maybe it was.
well, that he got drafted, I think, the year we were coming off the Super Bowl. So we were at, like, our max level.
It kind of was. Carson Wentz was there. So
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe it was toxic. The guy's right. Uh,
yeah.
but I mean, what an upgrade from on your at your wide receiver 3 spot from Dotson to Hollywood Brown. I mean,
And
yeah,
now you can
no-brainer.
get Devonta now you can get Devonta Smith on some, like, shiftier routes instead of having him go deep every play because you don't have that deep threat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you gives you the ability to slide, um, if it gives you the ability to slide Devontae inside, I that would be fantastic. So you have, hybrid out. So it's Chris Brown or Chris Bell, the wide receiver from Louisville.
Okay, yeah,
So 72 catches.
Chris Brown beats women up. Chris Bell, not so much.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yeah,
According literally according to the tape.
yeah,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Uh, Chris Bell, yeah, 6'2", 220, 72 catches, 900 yards, 6 touchdowns for Louisville. So,
So so I mean,
he was a guy that,
you're gonna keep 5 wideouts on the roster, right?
yeah, he's got a build like AJ Brown. Looking at his highlight reel, he had a torn ACL in November,
Ooh,
and that is why would be potentially in the second round because
Mhm.
of that injury. But I mean, ACL at what 21 years old, he'd be perfectly fine. Like, come on, man, right? Like, I think he'll be okay.
you would think
So,
so. I mean,
I
at that age, he's probably gonna be stronger than he was. You know what I mean? Like those when they repair those when you're 21, a lot of times, retired OR nurse Tom tells me that he should be, an injury like that, you're gonna end up being stronger than you were, not weaker. So like he's not gonna tear that
yeah,
ACL again.
right. And I think that the idea of maybe of people being like, "Well, what about Sidney Jones?" It's like, well, Sidney Jones blew out his entire knee at Washington.
Right.
That was a completely different injury than a torn ACL. So I could see him potentially. I could see them taking him in the second round as a wideout. maybe have him play inside his first year and then move him to the outside potentially in year 2 if they end up moving AJ Brown. But, one of the things I would really think that they should look into is that they have a lot of these middle round picks. I would trade if you can, I would trade him for Josh Sweat.
I
I'd trade him
agree.
for Josh Sweat.
I agree. He
Well,
I mean, you look at his deal compared to what his deal like, to compared to what you just lost Phillips to, like, his total contract is $76 million. Phillips just signed for, like, a buck 20,
Yeah, and
right?
Josh Sweat has a lot of front end money and incentive stuff in that contract, so it's not even like the Eagles wouldn't even take on that whole contract, so, and Josh Sweat knows the defense, he knows the coaching staff, he knows the guys he'd be playing next to. Like, there wasn't a lot of
Yeah,
turnover in the couple of was he gone 2 years? Like, there's just not a lot of turnover there,
there's
so he knows the scheme, the chemistry can get right back into where it needs to go, and then you have your D end, and now you can get these younger guys kind of built up within. What do you say, Cole?
but I did hear that we're in trade talks for Jonathan Grenard in Minnesota, and he's played really well the past couple of years. He's only 28, which that's like 32 maybe. So he's a lot younger, and he had a great season with Houston, I think 2 years ago, and then I think he had an all right season last year. But I guess they're just trying to ship him for maybe cap reasons. But I would love to see him because he can also play some outside. He's like a Jalen Hunt, where if you need him to, he can drop back, but he's not. He's almost never going to. So if if we can see him come to Philly, I think he'd be a better option than Sweat, just because of his age and how he's been performing recently. And I think he's overall had many better seasons than Sweat in less time. So I think he would be the best option. Sweat's a good second option if you can't get Grenard, but I think he's the number one pick.
So is that a wait
okay.
until June 1st? Is that an after the draft kind of move? Like what? Or is that a draft day move to go get that guy?
I I think it might be a um, after June 1st or draft day move. It's not going to be anytime soon. It'll be a little later, but
So,
I could see um, even like just like a second or third round pick for him could work out.
oh, all
Plus
right.
like a backup player, like it's like a backup D tackle or something.
Do we know how old he is? Is he
He's 28.
ooh, those are good prime years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I bet his number on his deal isn't even close to what the market is right now.
Oh,
Market's
he
crazy.
also the only bad thing is last year he suffered a shoulder injury in December, so he should be fine by the start of the season. But
Yeah.
Mm, I don't know, we better play it safe and shoot him like a horse.
so
like
that
like
that's
Jalen
why he's a
Carter.
bit of a dummy.
You know what I mean? I'm like, he had a good run.
Sorry,
Come
kid.
see us in the bar. Yeah, sorry. You wanna go stare
So
at the wall, I'll just be real quick.
so when we talk about these June 1st kind of cap changes, the post June 1st kind of trades and moves, the next thing that's been all over my social media has been this Adam Schefter talking about how the Patriots and the Eagles have a deal for AJ Brown, but it's post June 1st. And I'm like, I fucking hate you guys. Going back to the same well all the time. They're not trading him. They're not trading him.
Well, I see upside to trading him. I don't think we will, but after the year JSN had, after DK Metcalf left, after that big body receiver left, and he became the number one, people are saying Devonta Smith can take that jump and become one of the top tier receivers in the NFL next year if we get rid of Brown. But
Right.
that would also make us have to take a top 3 round wide receiver, which I don't want to do.
I have 0 doubt that Devontae Smith could be a number 1 receiver on his team. He'd be a number 1 receiver right now on 70% of the team in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
NFL. But the Eagles, the reason why they're doing this is just there's nothing else to talk about.
Smoke screen.
You
It's all
need
smoke screen.
you need traction. All you need is you need some sort of traction, and apparently social media to talk about AJ Brown and the Eagles because the Eagles are such like they're a popular team, they're a winning team. Like they have this player, he's a little bit, he's an eccentric personality. You're gonna get a lot of traction on social media. That's what you want. You're gonna constantly put it out there. That's it. He's not. I don't see Howie Roseman doing that deal. I don't see him moving them. I don't see him taking a cap hit. I don't see that at all. Why you would do that with a new offense coordinator in a year that seems like it? I don't know why it shouldn't be, but it seems like it's a little bit of like make or break with the coach and the quarterback. I don't know if it's true, but sort of get that feeling
Well,
potentially. So
you're not the
because they
first person I've heard bring up that if it doesn't work this year, you got to move Jalen Hurts. Like I've seen people like
That's-
before you move AJ Brown, you should move Jalen Hurts.
no, those weren't other people. That was just me in a fake mustache, and then me in a cowboy hat, and then me in a ski mask, and then me with the feather boa. Like
Uh-huh.
that's all.
Now,
Beekeeper mask.
It was just
now, I think you do move on from AJ before Jalen, but
Right. Of
if
course you do.
Jalen doesn't surpass 37, 3,800 yards in the next 2 seasons, or a season without AJ Brown, I think you have to look at shopping him away.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's numbers with Jalen Hurts. I just think it's in terms of like chemistry in the locker room and the ability to work within what the coaches are asking them to do. I think like,
Yeah, wins
you
and losses
know
matter.
how dominant, how he can be dominant. He's not going to be dominant putting up 4,000 passing yards. He's going to be dominant in other ways. It's just, is he willing to do those things again in order to be that way? So I think ultimately that is what the question comes down to as an organization. Now, this is an example of what I'm talking about with traction and the Eagles and topics. So this week nationally, the New York media was talking about the reason why the Eagles traded for him was because they floated out the idea of trading Jalen Hurts for a top pick in the draft, then having Andy Dalton be the backup to Tanner McKee. I was like, there's there's just there's no way
That's the
that
dumbest thing I've
happens.
ever heard.
Like, and I'm
We
like,
have so many better chances of trading Tanner instead of we have better chances of trading Andy Dalton away instead of Jalen
Right.
Hurts.
I'm like,
Like
is this really where we're at
Well,
now? Like,
here's
this is how slow it is
yeah.
cycle wise that we're
Here's
just
why he went
throwing
and
this
saw
crap out there, right?
he went and got Andy Dalton for a seventh round pick. A bad like a late seventh round pick too. It wasn't like top of the seventh. He goes and gets Andy Dalton because Andy Dalton is a capable, you know, sideline guy. And he's not even your backup, right? He's your third option. I mean, he's 700 years old, right? Joe Biden wasn't available, so they're like, oh, well, let's get Andy Dalton. And they got him because at some point, someone's going to take an injury in their quarterback room and they're going to need a guy. And you're going to go, hey, I have a guy, whether it's Kyle McCord or Andy Dalton. You're going to go, I have a guy. Give me a sixth round pick. And now you've just turned a seventh round pick into a sixth round pick like that.
Yeah.
So it's so easy. And I got to tell you, I have the
Or
sense
Andy Dalton just yeah.
like I have this weird feeling. I'm watching Howie, you know, get rid of Sidney Brown with a couple draft pick changes, and then giving up a seventh for Andy Dalton, which gives you too many quarterbacks. So there's value somewhere on your staff. Something's happening in the draft. He's got some plan to move for somebody, and I don't think it's moving up in the first round, but I think it is probably moving up from late rounds to get back to get another pick within maybe the second round to make another second round pick happen. So I think he's really working on something.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see that. I can see that because of all the complimentary picks that we got recently. Like we got an extra third and a fourth. You can move up into the second with the new picks you have alone. Like you don't need to spend any of your older picks, like the ones you had to start the season. You can just
Right,
only
all the
use the
compensatory
ones you just
deals.
got.
Hmm.
I think that the reason yeah, I
Yeah.
think why so I think, Nick, you're right with this draft and the quarterback position, A. B, I think the only reason they got Andy Dalton was because you have another voice that can potentially teach this offense, this brand new offense to the other quarterbacks. Like, I think he's in for camp. Who knows if he keeps camp or not? You know what I mean? Like who knows? You know, they could always just release him at the end of camp, whatever. But I think that he's a veteran quarterback who knows every sort of system, who knows all the terminology for all the systems. He can help teach this system to the other quarterbacks in McKee and Hurts, and
Right.
like kind of make the progress of this offense a little faster potentially. So that's why I think that they brought him in. But at the same time, like I've said in the past, I would not put it past them to use a 4th round pick to draft a quarterback from up in Cullen Green. That kid is everything that they love. Athletic, tall, big arm quarterback that you can build the exact offense you've been running and been successful with for the last, what, 5, 6 years now? You can run that offense with this kid
Except for
and go
last
right
year.
from there. So, and he looks just like Randall Cunningham. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, if you see him, you're like, he looks just like Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, all the
Like, he was
equipment
one of
looks
the
too
best
big.
quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the SEC last year.
Yep. Yeah, he's I
So,
Yeah,
mean,
the only bad thing I've been seeing about that guy, the only bad thing I've been seeing about that guy is his like he needs help make with his decision making and sometimes his accuracy. I've been seeing a lot of stuff. Like he's I've seen many clips of an open receiver downfield and instead he tries to scramble and gets like a 2 yard gain. But
isn't that
yeah,
what
I
we
mean,
have
but
right now?
that's coaching,
Yeah, we
right?
have that right
So,
yeah,
now.
you can coach how to read an offense or how to run an offense. I mean, that's
Right.
essentially what you're doing. Any Yeah, we're like we're trying to coach like they're coaching that right now. So, like, your athleticism, though, he is a freak athletically, an absolute freak, and I think that whoever ends up getting him, they could end up with a franchise quarterback. They really could. So, I just you look at the kid, you're like, "There's so much talent in this kid." His release is a little long, but I think that's perfectly fine. You know, his
yeah,
build, his speed, again, he's got really long legs, so his stride doesn't makes it look like he's not moving nearly as fast as he is, but his strides are so long that it's hard to keep up with him. And so, just looking at him, I'm like, whoever ends up with that kid's gonna end up with real talent. So, it would be good if it would end up being the Eagles because I think McKee's gone anyway. I wouldn't be shocked if they move McKee in this draft, and like, regardless.
I'd be
I
okay
can
with it.
see it. You probably
Mm.
get a fourth or fifth maybe from McKee because his preseason games have always been really really good. So he shows a lot of upside, but in a real game you see his flaws a little bit more. But
I think I think
overall,
Ta
it's fine.
I think Tanner
Yeah.
McKee is an Eagle
No, I
until
agree, and I mean, you drafted the kid, I think with a what, a 6th-round pick,
yeah. I
right?
think
Something like that. Yeah,
I think
Round?
Tanner McKee's gonna be an
Looking
Eagle
for a 3rd.
until some team loses their quarterback in preseason, and then he's gonna turn into Sam Bradford, and you're gonna go get way too much for him. Somebody's gonna overpay you for the kid, and I think that's probably how he's playing. It's a little bit of quarterback factory mode out of Howie Roseman. Like, I don't think trading him for a 4th round pick in this year's draft is really gonna help you all that
right.
much. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not.
I mean,
Uh,
So, listen, we've
so I
gotten
wonder if you
through
would trade him for yeah, maybe it's him for a pick next year,
yeah,
well,
you know?
yeah, I mean,
I
that's what
mean, they're gonna have a ton of cap space next year with the way they're lining everything up, so
yeah, I mean, you're right. Uh, but
I
yeah.
don't like, your audio's dying.
Your audio's kind of weird.
I think it's Cullen's fault, probably.
You wanna go sit down next to your son and his correctly coordinated camera and audio? I mean, you're literally, like, 12 steps away from him.
I'm in the basement. We're in the room.
Yeah, I think maybe that's a safer bet because you, like it's like you're calling from the moon in 1963.
Uh,
It's
it's
pretty
it's
ridiculous.
it's coming through on my end. The
I
timing's
can
all
hear you
fine.
upstairs before I can hear you on this camera.
Oh
I
boy.
can't I can't hear you at all.
All
I
right.
can't hear you at all.
I'm dropping out and coming back. We'll see if that helps.
Yeah, it's always gonna work on your end. Like,
Uh-oh.
it starts with audio issues and blink of an eye, he's just wandering the neighborhood in his underwear. Doesn't know who he is or where he's going, you know? You gotta keep an eye on him, Cullen.
Yeah.
That's how quickly the mind slips, right?
Yes.
Eh, Oh,
Pretty good.
Is that any better?
So much better.
Okay.
it's a lot
All
better.
right. Hey, sometimes we just need to hit refresh a little bit, you know? That's okay. All right. Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I probably should have just
Use your
hit
headphones like
refresh.
yeah, use your headphones like a big boy. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look who's got audio now.
Oh. Oh gosh. Well, now it's not
Um,
recording yet, so I got to fix that.
oh
Whoop,
Oh,
go
oh
away.
my god, it killed the recording too?
No, the
no,
recording's going.
just
I'm
switch
just
on
not
to one
on
of
it.
these. It works so much better.
It's not that, kid. It's just
I don't
not.
think
It's not. I promise it's not.
it's not the mon
Uh,
Not the stupid fucking mic, Cullen. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Working better for me.
I don't understand why you need a micro why do you need all this anyway? It's only you
I have a fan running all the
no,
time.
not you.
Me,
It's you sitting here,
because
Nick.
No,
because there's
tough
so
guy.
much shit going on in this house. Like the cat's walking by every 5 seconds, screaming at me.
I was just gonna say it's the cat. It's the cat.
The
It's the
loudest
cat.
thing ever.
So, yeah. So like and if I wear the headset, you only hear what I'm saying. You don't hear what the cat's up to. So that's where we're at.
This cat is dominating your life.
It
Yeah,
yeah,
it's bad.
Mhm.
to the
Unbelievable.
point where we're going away in June, and I'm like, what am I gonna do if this cat lives until June? What am I gonna do with this cat? I was talking to my godmother today, and she was like, "That cat's still alive? You gotta kill that cat." So it's Brian, Bryn, Steve, Aunt Sue, everybody. Kill the cat. Like her time is over.
Honey, she had a really good run.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
She had a long run.
Yeah,
you
20
know,
years. It's a long run.
yeah, that cat lived like royalty,
She still does.
you know?
She still does, man.
Yeah.
She's having a good time. She's ruining mine, but she's having a
Mhm.
good time. So yeah. And I
Yeah.
I don't even think it's my headphones. I think it's just my internet connection in this house. There's too many people sucking on the internet, right? We're streaming
It's
television. We got two different people to like I don't know, or it's the computer. I don't know. I don't know, but I can't sink any more money into this marginally unsuccessful podcast that we started. So
hey,
this is what we get.
um, so I got a guy down here, if you need.
We do.
He'll take he'll put your cat in a cage, he'll take it out to the middle of the lake, and he'll drop the cage in the lake.
With some rocks in it.
No lie. No questions asked, no nothing. He'll never see Snowball again. Like, take care of Snowball. Mhm.
Hi, it's been great.
Like,
We'll miss you
I'd
terribly.
like I'd like Bin Laden. Just very old sea.
Very respectfully. Very respectful.
Yeah. Not
Yeah. So yeah.
completely
Okay.
dignified.
Right. Well, maybe
So,
I may
yeah.
call you to take advantage of your guy. Uh I his name rhymes with like Brian, doesn't it?
No, no,
Oh,
no. He only goes by he only goes by the name so, you call me and you ask for I'll know what you're asking for.
right.
All needs to be said. Yeah. Is this thing still recording? Are we not recording now? What are we doing?
Yeah, we never stopped. I never turned it off. We're good.
So,
Everything's fine.
uh, so I know we talk a lot about the Eagles, but Phillies baseball start.
Yep.
Mhm.
We gotta
Mhm.
how could we not talk Phillies? I mean, come on, right? We gotta give Kelly something to listen to on this podcast. So
Not happening. She's so sick of me at this point. Like, I saw I saw a Family Guy clip, and the 2 of them, Lois and Peter are arguing, and they're arguing about, "Well, I did this, well, I did this," and Peter's like, "Well, I started a podcast. It takes up all of my time. It takes it all away from you." She's like, "Yeah, I don't like that, Peter." And I was like, "Oh, ooh, mm, yeah." So, like, when she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just making another cartoon about Brian's dad to put up about the podcast." She's like, "Well, you've been out there for about an hour." I was like, "Yeah, well, it's not quite the way I want it." She's like, "You know, you don't get anything out of this, right? Like, this is like a hobby, and you spend a lot of time with this hobby." Like, "Yep, I know. It's the only thing bringing me joy."
"What are you doing, hon?" She's like, "I'm gonna go watch another true crime doc and take notes."
Yep, there's a lot of them too. Oh my god, like, I if I ever mysteriously die, my wife did it. Telling you, they tell the
Yeah, it's not
universe.
a mystery.
Yeah, no, there's no
Yeah.
mystery. Nope,
They'll be like
all know who did it.
they'll be like, "Yeah, yeah," when the cop's like, "Yeah, we found him with a pair of, Wi-Fi podcast headphones shoved up his ass." They'll be like, "We know who did it.
Yep,
Okay, there's only one. Hey, get in the car, officer, I'll take you over."
yep. I know who to call. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, let's talk about the Phillies, even though, Kelly is gonna go to the Phillies game with us. Cullen and I are going to the Phillies game next Saturday. It's the 2nd, game. So the game after the home opener.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we get Aaron Nola pitching, which is, eh, uh, but it should be great, man. Like, we were gonna go opening day, but the tickets were, like, triple the cost. It was insane.
That's opening day tends to get rained out a lot, and when it doesn't get rained out, not all the time, but majority of the time, it's cold, it's
Yeah.
overcast. Yeah, like, the weather
Yeah.
happy one way or another. So, yeah, no, I think it's really good not to go to opening day. But I have been watch I love as a baseball fan, I love spring training and I love following prospects. So, out of spring training this year like, the last few years, I thought that the Phillies were gonna take a step back last year, and, they clearly did I mean, they didn't regular season wise, they only got better. Um, this year, I'm really intrigued with the team because they have really good young talent in spots that are really impactful storytelling wise, and the talent they have in those spots potentially could be absolutely, like, franchise altering and dominant.
I
And so
That's surprising to hear. You're the first person I've heard say anything like that.
yeah. So Of, like of the top 5 stories coming out of spring training this year, one is Aaron Nola looks really good spring training wise, and he just looked really good in the World Baseball Classic pitching for Italy. Um, he's hitting 94 on the radar, and typically he doesn't hit 94. Last year, he hit 94 maybe a couple of times post July. So, like, you could tell that he was really worn down, he was really beaten up last year. They said this year he looks in great shape, great command of the ball. He's gonna be slotted as number 2 in the rotation, which is a great spot for him in between Sanchez and Luzardo. Um, so he's gonna be really good. I mean, the expectation right now, he's had a great spring, so they're expecting a really positive season for him. Um, but the bigger story for him is number 5 starter and prospect Andrew Painter. Now, just confirming, not related to
No
Ryan,
relation,
Eric.
unfortunately. He'd be the best painter.
Oh, okay.
Right? Professional baseball
Okay.
Yeah,
player
by a
paint?
lot.
Come on, guys.
So if people don't know about Andrew Painter, so he is the top Phillies pitching prospect, the best Phillies pitching prospect since Cole Hamels.
Yeah,
He should have been a top 5 pick. He ended up going at the end of that first round. Everybody knew from that draft, like, this kid could be a locomotive on the pitch, like the baseball mound. Like, pitching wise, he could dominate. So he had a Tommy John surgery 2 years ago. Last year he was in the minors. They didn't come up last year because a year after Tommy John surgery, you have to work a lot on your control and you have to work a lot on your conditioning. And those were 2 things he struggled with in the minors last year. Spring training this year in the majors, he has looked unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so I think with him, there is real potential for him come July. Every time he starts, it could be an event. The way that Cliff Lee used to take the mound, where you're like, "Oh, we gotta watch this guy pitch." Like, it's unbelievable.
Ugh.
Like, he has that
Uh,
type of front line potential, and he looks like he already has it. Like, he's already figuring it out. Like, he's physically a tall, physically dominant pitcher from the mound. His delivery, his fastball, everything looks fantastic so far in the spring. So you
oh
like to
my
hope
God,
that
shut up.
it's
Sorry,
the
not you.
cat. It's the cat.
It's a cat.
It's the cat. It's the cat. Um, so with that, the overall story is if Wheeler comes back, who he already has been pitching in spring training to some hitters, but if he comes back and he's supposed to be coming back early by the end of April this time, there are national writers who are from the Philadelphia area who believe, and I could see this, they believe that this rotation could be just as good, if not better, than the Holiday, Lee, Hamels, Blanton, Oswalt rotation from 2011. And I think potentially they could be better because 3 of those guys, Luzardo, Sanchez, and Painter, are all just young, dominant talent, and none of them have any of it figured out yet. They're just pitching off of talent,
Dude, how
which is
crazy is it?
insane.
How
So
crazy is it that when you bring up that lineup of pitchers, that Roy Oswalt, like SEAL Team 6 Roy Oswalt is number 5. That's crazy.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And that was like, I mean, that was Roy Oswalt at that point living off of a reputation. He was still a really good pitcher, but he was living off of a reputation more than not. Like, he wasn't as dominant as he was in the past, but he was still really good, better than most, if not all the other fourth starters in the majors. But this year, like your third starter, Luzardo, who they just of all the contracts that were handing out on the first day of free agency for the NFL, his extension for the Phillies was shocking. It was shocking to see. He's a 29-year-old left-hander. He led the National League in strikeouts last year. He finished 7th in Cy Young award voting and had 32 starts, which is insane. Like he and for the number that they got him at is crazy. So, like looking at it, you have this guy who could potentially be even better. You have 2 of the top 7 Cy Young finalists from last year, with the runner-up being Sanchez and now Luzardo being at number 7. So, and those are 2 of your top 3 pitchers, and then you have Aaron Nola, who's a multi-time All-Star, and then you could have Wheeler coming back healthy, who is a Cy Young contender year in, year out. So you're 5 guys every day, you could have a rotation. So Dave Dombrowski built an unbelievable young rotation in Miami that won him a World Series, and it was like a once in a generation young type rotation. This could be that same type of rotation. So you could every game you could be going and seeing an unbelievable frontline starter, which is crazy to think about in Major League Baseball right now. And then the outfield, there's a kid, he's a center fielder, Justin Crawford.
Yeah.
His father, Carl Crawford, a multi-time All-Star, very talented, played for the Tampa Bay. He played on the Rays team that they faced in 2008 in the World Series. This kid, you look at him and you're like, oh, this kid's got like 25 home runs written all over him. Like, this guy's going to be unbelievable. He doesn't really have a lot of power, but his speed and his ability to make contact, he'll be your 9 hitter for right now, is remarkably better than what you've ever had at center field in the last like 5-10 years. Like he's going to be just on talent alone is your best. He's your best center fielder since Victorino of all people. Like
Wow.
it's pretty crazy.
I
So like you have these guys that are really they're intrigued. They're going to be intriguing to watch. And I think if they go if they just fill the roles that the Phillies want them to fill, I think you're going to have a good season. I think
so
it'll
I
be a really intriguing season.
when you're talking about a second generation player, I really hope that you're getting Randy Orton and not Ted DiBiase Jr. You know what I mean? Like,
What do
I
you,
hope you're getting
you mean? You newly acquitted Ted DiBiase Jr.? Is that what you're talking about? Free man, Ted DiBiase Jr.?
right, right. I don't want him. I want Crawford to be the
Who,
Randy Orton
if I could
next
just,
generation guy.
I read that headline today, and the first thing that crossed my mind is him standing up in court doing his father's laugh
Yeah.
from $1 Million Man Coming. Right? Like, you're just like, that would be amazing. But yes, it would be good to have him as a Randy Orton
Or Tom.
and not a Ted DiBiase.
Right.
Randy Orton than a Ted DiBiase Jr. or a Dustin Rhodes, you know?
Ooh.
So, what's that face?
I just I
That
like
for
Dustin
Rhodes?
shut up. I like I like Dustin Rhodes. I like Goldust back in WWF. I did. I did. I liked when he got electrocuted. He's walking around like, right? Like,
Tourette.
yeah, he got electrocuted into Tourette's. It does not work like that, I came to find out. Um, but yeah, no, I like that. I understand that he's not Dusty, but neither is Cody. Like, Cody is a machine built character at this point. We're talking about wrestling. This is not the wrestling show. We can do
Yeah.
this. We can do this on Sunday. Uh,
Sundays.
I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about the Sixers? No.
No.
Yes, I have one note about the Sixers.
Okay.
One note
Sell the team.
falls right into the theme. There is a conspiracy theory
Ooh.
Oh.
out there for the Sixers,
Okay.
okay? Follow with me. The Oklahoma City Thunder have they own the Utah Jazz's first round pick, right? And the Utah Jazz, that first round pick is protected, I believe, as a top 4 or 5 pick. Okay. So if the Utah Jazz end up with one of the top 4 picks, th- they keep their pick. If they go outside of 4, the Oklahoma City Thunder get Utah's first pick. Okay. All right. Now, Utah has purposely been tanking for 3 quarters of the year to a point where they are pulling their star players out midway through the 3rd quarter and just putting them on the bench and out tanking or saying they can't play because they're injured, to the point where the NBA sent in their own doctors to look at these players. The
Okay.
Oklahoma City was so outraged about this that Oklahoma City filed a complaint with the league and was like, this has to be addressed. This can't be. This is so egregious, right?"
Right.
So, the Oklahoma City Thunder own the Utah Jazz's pick
Okay.
if it's not top 4 protect,
Right.
okay? The Utah Jazz tanked their way all the way to number 2 right now, okay? Alright. How this impacts the Sixers, alright?
Please.
The Sixer, their first round pick, okay, is they owe it also to Oklahoma City, but it's also top 4 protected, okay? You're the Sixers and you're Daryl Morey, and you wanna get Utah out of the top 4, right? So Oklahoma City gets that pick, and you wanna get somebody else in there that purposely knocks Utah out. That's, "Oh my god, they came from nowhere," and they keep their first round pick. You go to the Sixers, who just traded Barrett McCain to Oklahoma City for nothing. And then the Sixers tank down to the 10th spot. They get into the lottery. The NBA says, "Oh, look at that. The second year in a row, a team with the 10th or 11th pick jumped all the way up to the front of the lottery. I guess it's not slotted to where if you tank, you just end up in the top." Utah gets penalized. They lose their pick, making a fool out of the league. Oklahoma City still gets a first round pick. And ultimately, they get Jared McCain for nothing for all their trouble. Sixers get a 4th overall pick in the draft, and they draft a kid in a draft that has like 5 or 6 top players in it. So, just I'm saying right now, lottery night, keep an eye out. I don't think the Sixers clearly have been tanking since
Oh,
the
yeah.
trade deadline.
Absolutely.
Clearly tanking. And every time they win, 2 more players go on the injured list. So, like, I think that they're gonna lose in the play-in game, be the 10th seed,
Right.
get into the lottery. They're gonna get in the lottery. They'll get the 4th pick. They're not getting the 1 overall pick. You don't need the 1 overall pick. Just get the 4th pick. Utah gets knocked out. Oklahoma City gets their 1st round pick. And they get Jared McCain. Bing, bang, boom. We're good to go. That is my Sixers.
Okay. Well, I'm
That's
glad
my
I
only
brought it up because we would have got okay. All right. So we got Sixers talk and a conspiracy theory from Brian, and it kind of tracks. Yeah. All right. The only other thing I wanted to talk about today, which is a little bit of a crossover subject between real sports and sports entertainment with pro wrestling, is Dennis Rodman is going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame for his 2 years worth of part-time work at WCW. Um, like, are they just running out of ideas? Is that all this is? They just run out of
No,
ideas?
he's the celebrity. He's the celebrity inductee. Like, they
Uh,
put Pete Rose in. They you know what I mean?
well,
Like,
Pete Rose had to go into
what
some
city
kind of Hall of Fame.
what's that? Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
So,
So, yeah, you put him in. The
all right. Here's my only
craziest
problem.
thing is that
Shouldn't they
if
have
you're
done
gonna
this?
induct
Yep.
we're gonna say the same thing.
Yep. Shouldn't you have done this before Hulk Hogan died? Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Okay. Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, the only guy left is Kevin Nash, and he didn't have anything to do with it. Like, who's
Yeah.
gonna?
Or Bischoff. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bischoff don't want to be bothered with that.
So, to go back to something that Cullen had mentioned a month ago at Elimination Chamber, are they ultimately then like, okay, African American celebrity athlete, an African American wrestler to induct him?
Oh, like what?
I
Booker
said
T
that.
or
No, you were like all the comparisons, like you
Oh
were
yeah.
oh
why is always the African American wrestler comparison move with African American wrestler? Like, I think that's like falls in the same idea. Like, I feel like it's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna have like Obafemi induct him.
yeah, right,
Like, you know what I mean? Like Swerve Strickland or whoever, like, yeah, just like
yeah.
one of these guys that
Kofi
you're just
Kingston,
like,
like
yeah, Kofi Kingston. You're like,
like never met
who's he
him.
about that?
And, well, the part that's so weird about it is the guy most recently was on AEW. Like his last wrestling appearance was in AEW in 2023. So, like, but they're just. I get it. They need celebrities. There's not a, but I don't know. It just seems like such a
He lives in
stretch.
Las Vegas though too, so I mean, it's not like it's a big thing. Like he is still always in Las Vegas, Tennis
Yeah.
Rodman.
And I guess in a year
So
where like you're putting in Stephanie McMahon and Demolition, it's kind of like whatever, just pick a guy. Who cares?
you think it's weird that they're not putting John Cena in?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
it's really weird. Unless, and we'll talk about this more, John Cena's still involved. He's not an active wrestler, but he's still involved. So,
You know, like maybe they're waiting because like they go to the Middle East next year or whatever's left of the Middle East. So like I'm not gonna induct them in the Middle East.
yeah, you don't think they're gonna
So
have?
then 2 years from now, they're gonna I don't
You don't think? Well, maybe in a couple of years we'll be having a WrestleMania in like Iran, like just it'll just be outside, like on the beach, but you have WrestleMania.
it's I think it's like right now, I'm like 40-60 that this may be the world's last WrestleMania. So
Oh boy. So does that mean
like,
so
the way things are going, I'm like, "Yeah,
no more podcasts then?
see."
Or we stop doing this too? Is that
Yeah.
do we have to do something
I'm just saying,
serious
I'm
with
like,
our time?
Nick no, I'm like, Nick ironically, Nick's cat may outlive us all. So,
She's
alright, I'm gonna get going. Your audio is absolute garbage again.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. Bye, boys.
So yeah.